All right, Ashburn fans, this is Dan Rysack at your 2021 Ashburn Xtreme U16AA2 broadcaster here at the Center Ice Arena. The Ashburn boys are just taking the rink, and I apologize. The network here is we're back on the same rink we were on yesterday morning, where the connectivity was poor, like very poor. So I will film the game and I will stream it, but I went back and looked at yesterday's video, and the audio actually sounded okay, but the video was lagging behind and choppy. And we were supposed to be on the other sheet here at Center Ice Arena on the schedule, but they keep moving us to this rink as farther. It's like way out in the corner, and there's almost no. There is Wi-Fi here, but I can't hit it from this sheet. I tested it from the lobby, and elsewhere it's okay. So sorry, there's not a lot I can do about it at this point. I will say if anybody can hear me, good morning to you. Actually, good afternoon, I suppose, Marissa. I did take yesterday's recordings and re-uploaded those. The one from the morning is already visible, and the one from the afternoon, last time I checked just a few minutes ago, it's fully uploaded, but YouTube's processing it. It should be live pretty soon. So Luke and Jamie, I believe, have agreed to switch rotation, so that Jamie will be playing this game. That way they each get a chance to face off against York and Westmoreland. Since, given just the way the schedule worked out, since we were alternating teams, if we alternate goalies as well, then they'll both end up facing the same team twice. And so, for what it's worth. Oh, that's good. It's good to know. So you're all welcome to watch. I am going to live stream it, sort of giving fair warning that at least when I looked at it yesterday, it seemed like the network was super flaky. It cut in and out. So the audio seems solid, but we'll see. So I could not even get it to figure out the connect to the rink Wi-Fi here this morning. Whereas yesterday it seemed like it connected, but it was erratic. But enough of that. I have heard, I actually have not confirmed, but rumor in the grapevine was that York beat Westmoreland last night. So each team now has one win and one loss, which is interesting in terms of how we're going to end up. There's Jamie warming up. I already did some in-net warm-up. And getting his glove warmed up. So that's the starting buzzer. We're about to get started the first period here against the York Devils. Our second game against them. We're obviously in the red jerseys this time. Their white jerseys are much easier to read the names on. I don't remember being able to read their away jerseys yesterday. So as a result of me giving up on trying to get the Wi-Fi to work, I'm much closer to the center line, so I'll have better views of both ends of the ice. Not right on it, but although I guess I could be. Take a step or two here. I don't know if you guys can pick up, there's a little bit of ambient noise. There's a heater here, keeping the stands warm. That's nice. But it's surprisingly loud for radiant heat. So for those of you just tuning in, these guys kind of shellacked us yesterday. And so we'll see if we do better with Jamie in net, or just maybe it's a function of we also did not have Joey Scivolino, who always brings a lot of energy. It's good to see that longtime fan of the stream, fan of the team is Annette a lot. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that name. Alatalo? That makes more sense. Good Italian name. Good to see you, Annette. All right, we're going to zoom out here and get ready to start as we're getting ready for the first drop. Zach Pozzesny, Will Schneider, and Shane Sewick. For the first face-off, Noah Robinson and Mason St. Onge on D. A little scuffle here as the other team closes their door. And first drop comes back, and Will hands it off to Noah across to Mason and up across through the neutral zone. Eagles turn around, get it out to neutralize. Mason will feed it back to Noah. Noah off the boards up to Will. Will off the boards into the zone. Zach races to get there first. Doesn't get there in time, but they're in time long enough to trap it along the boards behind the net. Zach gets it out to Mason. Mason tries to feed it back along the boards. It's going to bounce off one of the Eagles' sticks, giving Zach another shot at it. He loses it, but the guy, as falling down, gets past Will. Noah will stop it along the boards, turn it around, and Will picks it up behind the net. Racing gets there first. They're going to try to pass it out. It gets knocked aside where Noah was shifting to try and help out, not expecting it to go back in. Sewick gets in there to help. He's going to dump it into the zone, hand off to Will. Will brings it close to the zone, gets pushed behind the net. Along the boards, scuffling, keeping that kid occupied as the puck's just sitting there. All right. Devils get it across. Scivolino gets the stick on it, turns it back around. There's nobody there. And it's going to go past the York player who is a defenseman. He will find the long pass up to 91 Ludwig, knocked aside by Dylan Osterberg. Dylan's got some long arms. Grayson came in to do something. It came out, stopped by the groin of Spencer Combs, and Jamie will cover it as it falls down into the paint. Stop of the clock with score of 0-0 at 12 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first period. Good to see you, Joel. Again, if those of you who are tuning in late, the network here has, when I tried to test it, has been crappy. I guess if you look at the comments, you'll see that. All right, skated all the way through by Scivolino, got a shot, ended up being wide of the net, but picked up as it came around, first by Grayson, then by Dylan. Knocked back into behind the net. Eagles will bring it around, pass it up into neutral ice, where they will knock it wide. Dylan tried to get those long arms on it. He does a nice break move and gets it back out to the blue line, but it'll be picked up and dumped in by 58 White. Spencer sends it long and up to the center line, and then he's going to go pick it up after taking it away from number 55. They do manage to knock it away from him, though, and will turn it back around. Pass it out, but this time Paul Allison knocks it aside, loses the stick in the process, but Joey Greenland comes in, takes it, dumps it into the corner. Lets Landon chase it. The two of them now 2-on-1, scuffling along the boards, trying to fish it out. Meanwhile, Eagles are waiting for it to come out. Joey to Landon up into the paint, knocked aside by the goalie. Spencer kept it going. Paul will race for it. Paul manages to knock it aside. It gets bounce off Dylan's skate, where Spencer then picks up the loose puck. Around the boards, up to 55, but Landon's trying to take it away from him, which he does. Nice job. He finds the pass to Paul. Paul, as he's trying to get oriented, gets the puck knocked aside. But they're hopping into the bench, don't even realize the puck's between their feet, and Landon gets it back. He pushed into the paint. Joey could not get a shot off. Turned around by Jimmy, kept in the offensive zone. Stopped by Colin, coming in fresh off the bench, and turned around as his teammates head for a line change. York slows it a bit. I think they may have been doing something too. They send it long. Jimmy picks it up, cross to Colin. Colin's going to send it back to Jimmy. A little bit nerve-wracking play there, just from the standpoint of it was right in front of the York offense. Colin will race to it as it comes around the boards. Flicks it into the corner, and Jack Marshall races and gets there about the same time, but can't get it away from York. York's going to just pass it back and forth in their own backfield. Marshall gets in there and disrupts that pass. Then couldn't turn around to get it back. Capitalize, but it's nice. They try to take a shot, bounces off Collins' stick, up hits him in the helmet, and down, and he's right back in it. Marshall chases it all the way through into the offensive zone, trying to keep the pressure on. York passes it up to number 9. It's going to bounce. He's going to bounce it off the boards, and Jamie will cover it, stopping the clock with 9 minutes 58 seconds left to go. Score still 0-0. Again, if anybody tuned in late, I will re-upload the video because the network is flaky here. I did re-upload yesterday's videos. I hear the second one actually. I didn't even check that one. But when I went and looked at yesterday's stream, it looked like it was, the audio was good, the video's poor. Around the boards to 91, Will Schneider gets in there before he can get oriented. Knox gives him a good shoulder, but he manages to break past. I thought that was going to be Colin, but it's actually Mason. Skates it all the way to the circle, tries to center it. Gets rejected by the Ashburn defense, but they hold on to possession. This time, Noah gets it away and around the boards. Again, picked up by the Eagles. Comes out to neutralize, picked up by 18 White. Pause the beat while his figures out what to do. And Mason and one of the Eagles players chop at it. It's going to land in the timer's box. Stopping clock with 9 minutes and 5 seconds. Shivalino will take the nice face off. Marshall and Cantarella on wing. He's going to backhand it all the way down. I don't know why that wasn't icing. He was behind the red line, which I think was, I don't know, maybe the rules are different here than what I looked up. Noah keeps it around the boards. Past Grayson, who gets tied up with the defenseman. They're still tied up, despite the fact that the puck is far away. Mason fell down, forcing Noah. Nice save, nice backdoor pass. Jamie shifted just in time. They actually weren't quite at the back door. There was almost more at the front door, if you take my meaning. They were right in front of the net, not behind Jamie. So he just did a nice job stopping that 5-hole shot. Grayson, I'm sorry, that is Mason. No, it is Grayson. I can see the 4 on the jersey. Gets it along, he's going to head to the bench. Eagles try to pass it out, skate around Paul. Slowly and carefully, it was very odd. Around the boards, Dylan up to Paul, bounces off his stick, picked up by Joey Greenland. They try to skate around Dylan and have to take 2 tries at it, but they did get it back. Spencer from behind the net, around the boards, up to Paul. He tries to backhand it out of the zone. Needs a little help from. All right, there's Dylan. Dylan got it into the zone, tried to do something, but tied up in defense. It's going to come around to Landon. Landon backhands it around the boards, picked up by Joey behind the net. Joey getting clobbered there. Landon picks up the puck as it squirts out, hands off to Paul, who cannot get the shot off. Got his stick lifted or something. Paul racing, swacks at the Eagles player. Loose puck will be picked up behind the net, along the boards anyway, by Spencer. He hands off to Mason. I'm sorry, that's Landon. Landon also gets hammered. Dylan around the boards up to Paul. Paul out to center ice to Landon. Skates it. Tries to do some fancy moves. Cannot do a fancy Landon move. Spencer gets it into the zone. Shoves some Kim from behind. They're going to pass it out. Oh, I think right through Tim Butler's legs. No fault on Tim. That happens. Spencer picks it up to Zach Marshall. Bounces off of him as White tries to dump it back in. Zach showing lots of energy out there. Tim keeps it going, hands off to Zach, but Eagles are going to pick it up from there. Under pressure, Shivalino knocks it away. Beautiful. Takes a shot. Rebound bounces out before Zach or Tim could get there in position. Shivalino loses an edge, but bounces back up like a cork. Brought long. Looks like Jimmy will go get it. He'll send it around the boards up to Marshall. Marshall tries to keep it going. Shot rockets up, and it's in, ricocheting off of Jamie's equipment. I think it popped off of his stick and like caught the underside. It looked like it caught the underside of his helmet and then somehow rattled around. I mean, puck was bouncing around like a ping pong ball, like a, what's that, pinball. That'll put the score at 1-0 with York up over Ashburn with 5 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first. Jamie was there, disrupted it. Some weird bounces you just can't control. York will pass it through up to 55. He's been one of their stars, disrupted by Zach Marshall. Jimmy was also there. Will Schneider will get it back and flicks it. It's going to rattle through loose through the neutral zone. Out. This time Jimmy's going to have to go chase after it. He's got a moment to think about what he wants to do. He hits around the boards. Out into the neutral zone. And it'll be flicked by 58, out of play, stopping the clock with 5 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. Again, score is 0-1. Ashburn has a little bit of climb. Possessi takes the drop. Mason picks it up, finds the pass to Will. Will race to the puck in the corner. Can't get out in front of that guy. But puck gets dropped left in the corner for Possessi to pick up. He's going to do something. It came right out into the paint. Zach almost got a shot off. Just couldn't get oriented fast enough. Mason picks it up back in the defensive zone. Cross to Noah. Noah gets it out into neutral ice. This time, second try up to Will. They're going to find it. Noah stops it again. Also gets it up to Will. Hits the outside of his skate. They're going to send it back in. This time stopped by Mason, who will send it up all the way through the neutral zone. Seawick will chase it in there. Nice box passes, no hesitation there from the Eagles, but Mason disrupts them once they get into their offensive zone. They're going to dump it. Noah will pick it up. He's being pursued. Does a nice, good decision there. Turns it around, gets it to Mason. Mason is going to send it all the way through. And it will be, they called it icing, even though I think the goalie touched it. He looked like he was hesitating. It looked to me like it tipped off his stick. Either way, I don't think he had to touch it. Maybe he didn't. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first. We're down 0-1. Shivalina will line up for the face-off. Loose puck picked up by Grayson. A quick shot by 76 and a quick save by Jamie Manning. Lightning reflexes on that one. I don't know what he said, but 76 came in. Had a little brief word with Jamie. Hopefully that was a friendly compliment. All right, turn back around into the corner. Jamie's pointing out the offensive player. Spencer sends it around the boards. Past Jack. Shivalino hits the gas. There's only like one defender who can possibly get there. He takes a shot. Goalie saves it. It's going to bounce wide. Jack Klein keeps it going. It's around the back. Nice job moving it out. Jack gets up behind the player and somehow gets disoriented or something. All right, Grayson knocks it aside. Puck's behind the net. Dylan pauses the beat. Around the boards, out to 91. Shoots, and easy save by Jamie Manning. At least he makes it look easy. Probably years of training go into making that happen, but looked easy to me. Note, I have no idea. I've never actually been in net. Joey Greenland takes the face off. Landon dives to push it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Paul Allison there. He hands it up towards the boards where Landon picked it up. Turned around, Paul doing some mighty ice, gets it right into the paint, and hand off to Joey Greenland, who puts it back door, tying the game up with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first. Score is 1-1. Nice moves. Landon Street. assists by Paul Allison and Joey Greenland. Is that what I said? Or did Joey put it? I can't even remember. It's been like 10 seconds. When I'm busy running my mouth at high speed, my ability to remember things from seconds before diminishes. All right, Joey Greenland. He ended up delaying the street. He got himself across the line but left the puck behind. It'll be turned around. 91 dumps it into the corner. It'll be picked up on the far side by Colin. Tangled up 3-on-2 briefly. Joey Greenland comes up with the puck. He'll find the pass to Landon. Landon will do Landon moves. Nice. Shoots and finds it. Goalie was out of position, left too much of his blocker side exposed, and that will put the score at 2-1, and Ashburn is up over the York Devils. I think for the first time in the series, right? They dominated us relentlessly yesterday. I think we were never up, if I remember right. Because I was just commenting about how my short-term memory is terrible when I'm busy narrating the games. Which is true. Chiavolino takes a face-off. Zach Marshall tries to get there in time. Loose puck bounces out. Tim Butler backhands it into the zone. They're going to hit it off the glass and out into neutral ice. Noah, thwacking at it, keeps this guy 55 boxed up, giving him a friendly shove. He will clear it through the center and nobody will touch it. Tim flicks it back out into neutral ice and keeps the pressure on 87. The guy can't just, I'm sure he wants to turn around, but Tim was not letting him. Only so much Tim can do though, and they got it out. Noah stopped at the line before it left the zone, flicks it out behind the net. Tim keeping the pressure on. They're going to have to pass it back behind the net. Their goalie's like waving and signaling something to his teammates, trying. I'm sure they're not really listening. All right, Mason stops the advance, but number 6, I think, knocks it away from him. They'll find the pass to 55. Shoot over Jamie's head. He touches it. It goes by. And this time they're going to backhand it up into the safety net. Stopping the clock with a minute 30. No, they're not stopping the clock because the clock is still running. Clock! Sorry if I blew out anybody's speakers there. Good to see you, Larry. Possessi took a face-off, handed back to Mason. Mason. I should have muted the mic. Sorry. All right, that'll possibly be icing, I think, against Spencer. Minute 14 left. We're still up 2-1. I forgot where the mute button was. Possesny took the face off. There was a quick possession by York Devils who took a lightning shot at Jamie Manning who held on to it. Time still 1:10 left in the first. Possesny will take the face off again. This time it's going to come out and I think that Shane got a stick on it and it's going to roll all the way through the neutral zone. Will Schneider closely pursuing. That's Noah Robinson along the boards. Sorry, the angle's very dark. Zach to Will, out to Noah. Noah back to Will. Off the boards around the behind. Shane behind the net tries to do something. There's a little scuffle. Possesny looks like he's going to come up with it. Tries to send it around. Gets it to Will. Will pauses a beat in the corner, looking for something. Gets it to Shane. Fires it quick over the goalie's head. Or over the crossbar anyway. Will out to Zach. All the way out to Mason to Noah. Noah gets his ankles a little bit broken and they're going to send it through the neutral zone. Mason, easy race to it. Takes it behind the net. Turns it around. Finds the pass up to the board where I guess he was expecting either. Oh my gosh! Mason is mad at himself. He's flung his stick. And that will put a second point on the board, tying the game up. Jamie just got sniped from out past the circle. Sorry, I was busy talking about something happened 3 seconds earlier. 8 seconds left in the first period. We are 2-2. Cipollino takes the face-off. Loose puck's going to come out. Spencer will backhand it into the offensive zone where Grayson's chasing it, but it's not going to matter because we're going to run out of time. And that's the buzzer. And we'll finish the first period tied after briefly having been up 2-1. It's nice to know that we can score on these guys. We can even lead. I've been wondering, what do you call the wife of a hippie? Mrs. Hippie? That just doesn't sound right. My wife accused me of not really liking her relatives. I said, that's not true. I like your mother-in-law better than I like mine. That joke, of course, is relatively subtle. Apparently. I'm just kidding. Okay, enough relative puns. That's truly a dad joke. Speaking of dad jokes, I asked my grandfather how he was enjoying the stair lift. He said, I don't know, it's driving me up the wall. That's less of a dad joke as it's a grandfather joke. I asked him to elaborate. He says, well, you know, it has its ups and downs. All right, here we go. Here's the second period starting with Cipollino taking the face off and me not setting the exposure lock. No, I've set it too bright. All right, number 12 behind the net, and we're in the offensive zone here. Cipollino flicks it back in just as Grayson's leaving the zone, and we will immediately turn back around. It's going to pop off the stick of number 12 out. Dylan comes off. We're, again, just at the line. Cipollino has to pause a beat. He will take a shot from the neutral zone. Easy save by the Eagles goalie. Out to neutralize. Spencer's tied up with one of the Eagles players, giving, I think that's Dylan, a chance to go in, skate it back. Long pass up, past Cipollino to Grayson. He will dump it around and then go chase it to go pick it back up. His teammates are busy doing a line change. He gets a little hammered into the boards there. It'll come long out to number 6, Wyman. Finds a cross to, I don't know, some kid who just, like, Joey tripped over him. The two of them both went down. Loose puck sent up. Paul Allison picks it up, and he will race with 3 of the Eagles players. He shoots the puck out to Landon, who gets it out to Spencer. Spencer, high angle shot through the paint over the goalie who was kind of squatting down. I'm sorry. Up to 55. He's going to bounce off his stick, loose in edge. Joey picks it up, crosses to Dylan. Dylan whacks at it, but they're going to get it back. Shoot well wide of the net, deflected by Spencer, or at least the stick lifted. Jamie's looking for the puck. He's trying to figure out what's going on here. And before we got oriented, I think, we passed it back out into neutral ice, and York will try it again. Again, shot from the red line, the center line. That's Spencer around the boards, up to Paul. Paul into the neutral zone, turned around by 87 White. We go back, and we will just maybe try that one again here. Spencer up to Paul again. This time again, stopped before it got to the neutral zone. Joey falls over some kid from behind. Elena Street picks up the loose puck, does some fancy moves, pants back over to Spencer, who puts it in, putting a third point on the board for Ashburn. Score will be 3-2 with 11 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second period. Spencer Combs, assist by Landon Street. Cipollino takes the face-off. Tim Butler swings at it, turns it around, but gets it to no one. They're going to send it in. It bounces off the skate of the official, and then be thwacked along, where it's going to come up in the air off of Jimmy's stick, and they get it into the paint, and Jamie's going to trap it with his pads there. Good moves. It's not Not like it was a rough shot there, but Scivolino again with the face-off. Out to Zach Marshall. He will backhand it along through the neutral zone, picked up. He's going to chase it, they're going to pass it through. Scivolino gets in there, disrupts something, but they still are bouncing it off. Jimmy around the boards up to Marshall, gets hammered from behind. Come on, no whistle on that one. Hit him from behind. Come on. Colin called around the boards up, trapped along the boards. I thought he was going to be able to get there first and tap it up to Tim. It didn't happen the way I thought it was going to happen. Pass out shot. Jamie moved and they found a hole. He moved, he was in position. It looked from my angle like it went like an inch over his glove. It'll be 3-3, 10 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second period. We are tied up against the York Devils. And Devils they are. I always think it's weird when people name their teams after some kind of satanic object. I actually went to high school in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, where they were the Kennett Demons. It's hard to imagine that in an age of more political correctness that someone would choose it. Demons as their mascot. All right, Possessny takes the loose puck here. He's going to skate it into the zone. And there's an offsides call. He's annoyed, possibly on Mason. Mason was a little bit, I don't know, I didn't think actually, he and Will were both at the line waiting when Zach crossed it. So we'll see. Doesn't matter. We got score still 3-3. Possessor takes a face-off. It's going to come back to the possession of 58 White. He'll pass it up. It's going to bounce off the stick of 91 into the York bench. Again, stopping the clock, except not really stopping the clock because, hold on a second. This time I muted the mic before I shouted at the timekeeper. Suick. Trying to play, get it away from them in their own defensive zone. Possessny is going to interrupt and take it away as they get into our defensive zone. Shane's going to race for it. He might even get there. Unfortunately, no. But it's going to come around the boards where Possessny, that gets it, they flick it up over his stick. He's busy contending. They'll send it around behind the net, out to their player waiting at the blue line. And Noah's going to keep him distracted. And they're going to call interference on Noah. And we will have an Ashburn penalty kill. Noah's discussing with the official the subtleties of the rule about interference. All right, there's a missed reception on that pass, giving us a little bit of an opportunity. Jack Klein races to get there. They're going to spin it out, hit the brakes, and skate it through. Jack doing his valiant best to keep the pressure on. Number 87, Wood, passes it back to, I don't know, 22. Stewart back and forth along the boards there. It's hard for us to get a good view of that one. It's going to this time bounce off, I think, of Grayson and go long. He's looking behind him. I'm not sure he saw Grayson. It does manage to spin Grayson out a little bit. Grayson still pursuing him as he brings it back out into the neutral zone. Sticked away. Nice poke check by Jack Klein. He's going to come up with a puck. Slap shot from the center line by Spencer, wide of the net. Nice pass out to Stewart. He's going to have to get past Dylan. The bounce pass off the boards, and I think that was Scivolino who rocked it all the way down. Tim Butler pursuing whoever this kid is. They get a nice pass out and neutralize, bounces off the stick of 12, giving Spencer, I think, again, another chance to ice it. Tim Butler, this time racing to get there. He wants that shorty goal. He is thirsty. Spencer, again, intercepting it, sends it in. Stopped by 87. Pass to 12. Finds the pass again, knocked aside by I'm not sure who. Might have been Jamie, actually. It's close enough he could have poked at it. White passes it up. Oh, Scivolino gets a stick in there and knocks it away right as the guy was winding up for a shot. White's actually holding us against the boards this time. 12. Out to 87. Easy save by Jamie Manning. He's just going to hold on to it. We've got 16 seconds left in the penalty kill and 7 minutes 57 seconds left on the second period. We are tied 3-3. I'm thinking about selling my theremin. I haven't touched it in years. All right, Joey Greenland, fresh off the bench. Take the drop, flicks it back in the corner where Colin knocks some kid aside, but then he loses an edge and goes down. It's going to come out to number 9, Paul. Out to 18, and they're going to call that one offsides, I think, because it went just over the line. 6 seconds left in the penalty kill. All right, face-off taken by Joey. Puck back in the corner, shot deflected, I think, by Colin. White will pass it back behind the net, around the other side, near side. Out along the boards. Joey almost got it, skated it out into the zone before it knocked aside. Back along the boards to 76. Jimmy gets there, he tries to send it, but gets tied up. Joey will pick up the puck, tries to skate it right through the player who ties him up at the blue line, and they're going to have to bring it themselves out. 76 takes the puck through Collins' legs. Again, this time knocked aside by Landon, the master of through the legs. That's not a sexual thing. He's just good. He's good stick handler. That's not a sexual thing either. All right, holy cow! I gotta watch what I say here. All right, how to neutral ice. And they're gonna ice it. No icing call waved off. Colin. I say icing call waved off. They just didn't call it. Landon tries to pass, whiffs it, tries again, gets it to Paul Allison along the boards. He's trying to get it out of the zone. And Landon this time will get it. Does some fancy stick handling, not that fancy, but gets it up to Joey. And right as it was about to, again, they're calling offsides. That was a bad call. That was not offside. Puck did not cross the blue line. He thought it did. He called it. York fans are mad. I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. All right, pass over to Hall, number 9. He passes it in the center. Noah taps it back into the corner. This time Noah gloves it down, takes it behind the net. Pursued, he will rocket it around the boards. Rocket is probably too strong, but gets it to Tim. Tim gets clobbered. Mason will take it back. This time Noah gets it up to Marshall. Marshall skates it all the way through the neutral zone, tries to get around some player, and he, as he tries to dodge around that player, Zach fell down, and they're going to call it as tripping on the York player. I'm not sure that feels justified to me, but I'm not going to argue either. As I've noted before, hey, the referees know their rules a hell of a lot better than I do. Although sometimes they're just stupid. All right, we will have an Ashburn power play for 2 minutes. Scivolino along the boards, back to Possesny, cross to Spencer. Takes a minute to get oriented. He's going to send it into the paint, and they're going to try to ice it. It's going to be back behind the net, rejected by Schneider as they try to send it out. Seawick, it's going to go past Spencer, unfortunately. He'll pick it out in the neutral zone, finds the pass to Scivolino. He's going to loft it up. Tapped by Seawick, high stick, waved off, knocked down by Seawick again. This time not high stick, it was kind of waist level. Schneider brings it into the zone. Spencer, just wide of the net, waiting for that tap in. Spencer chasing it, does he not know there's somebody right behind him? He just knew he could get there first. Podesny fishes out the puck as those two guys contend along the rails. He'll find a pass up to Schneider. It's going to bounce over his stick. White comes up and they'll pass it to 55, who does not have solid reception, and Shivalina was right there. Podesny helps. Shane helps. They're all just going to help if they whack it generally in the right direction. Sewick stops it. Off around the boards. It's going to come around the far side. Spencer backed up by Will. He's going to turn it around again. This time Shane shoots. I think it sounded like it rang off the outside post. Cross to Landon from Schneider. He's going to shoot, and the goalie will hold on to it. Stopping the clock with another 29 seconds left in the power play. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left in the period, and the score is tied 3-3. My daughter told me to put ketchup on the shopping list, which was inconvenient. I got to the store, I couldn't read it. Just covered with ketchup. Joey Greenland. Back to Landon. Mason will race to get there, gets the puck back, turns it around, finds the cross to Landon. Landon cross into the zone. Gets turned around by Paul Allison, and then later Joey Greenland. This time Landon's racing again along the boards. Dumps it backwards back to Paul. Paul hits the brakes, spins that player out, has a breathing second. Finds a pass off the boards up to Mason, who almost flubs it out of the zone. Tries to pass it back to Paul. It's going to bounce off the boards. Picked up by Landon. Around behind the net to Joey. He tries to get it back to Landon. Gets intercepted by White. And 22, who apparently is also named Mason based on the shouts from the other team. All right, 18. Penalty's over. We're back to full strength 5-on-5 play. Joey Greenland along the boards. And Jimmy, hard off the boards, past Landon. I think that was a missed opportunity there. 91, up to 76. Mason tries to knock it away, keeps him boxed into the corner. Mason gets the puck away from him. Loose puck out. Jimmy will backhand it up, tries to get it out. It's going to flick off of one of the white sticks, and Paul picks up the loose puck in the neutral zone. Looking for an opportunity. Hits the break, spins somebody out, gets it up closer to the net. Grayson, I think, got a stick on it there briefly. They're going to get it out. It was stopped by Dylan and flicked back in. We have to come off, but that's all right. We were at the line anyway. Shivalino chasing it. Grayson intercepts it and thwacks up through a hole in the safety net out into through the door into the other rink. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. We're tied 3-3. Shivalino takes a face-off. It's right between, puck's between his feet. Grayson comes in, fishes it out. Looking for a pass, got it up to Joey. Oh, Dylan tried to get across to Spencer, got a little behind him, and we have to come reset. Spencer off the boards, back over to Dylan. Shivalino up to Jack Klein. He's trying to get oriented. He got out a little in front of it and got knocked away by number 12. Wyman, number 6. Misses a pass. And I think that was Dylan, backhands it around to Spencer, off the boards, up to Shivalino. White takes a moment. Again, intercepted by Jack Klein before they can get out of the zone. Tries to hand it off to Grayson. I lost the puck. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. White's trying to bring it out. Spencer waiting along the boards, disrupted it, but then the rebound picked up from behind off the boards. Schneider tried to stick it away. They find a long pass, shot, blocker save, and up into the safety net, stopping the clock with 1:07 left. We are still tied 3-3. Nice save, Jamie. Colin picks up the puck after the drop, which was taken by Podesny. Skates it around under tremendous pressure, gets it halfway or around the boards to the other corner. Schneider, as it comes out, is waiting on one side, Podesny on the other. Little scuffle on the boards. I think that was Schneider around hard out into the neutral zone. 58 passes up to 91, and there's offsides. 9 was already across the line, I believe, on the near side of the rink. We got 39 seconds left. We're still tied 3-3 in the second period. White comes up with it after the drop. Will Schneider chase them into their own defensive zone. Did not get it away, but they're going to pass it up, and Jimmy will backhand it up along the boards, turning it around. Possessny tried to interrupt it. They got it back. Send it back behind the net. Colin behind the net finds a pass up to Will. Will backhands it up into the York bench, and stopping the clock with 14 seconds left. You'd think they would know there's no glass there. Possession will take the drop. Close to Jamie's net. Two centers just tangle up with each other along the boards. I think that was Seawick. Sends it all the way out and through. Picked up near the spot, and he's just, I think, waiting for the clock to run out. That is the end of the second period. We are tied 3-3 against the York Devils. A friendly fist bump from between the goalies there of the two teams. My daughter was saying some critical things about Jim Morrison. I told her not to slam the doors in the house. Can't understand how she could be so critical. People are strange. I was watching Curiosity Stream, caught a great documentary on the history of the bikini. It's a two-part miniseries, very revealing. Although, to be honest, it had a titillating story, but the end was kind of a bummer. And really, to be honest, it only covered the important bits. Had an old college friend who passed away recently. They scheduled his funeral for 9 a.m. Really hesitated about whether I wanted to go because I'm just not a morning person. My eldest child asked me if I'd seen the dog bowl. I said, I didn't even know he could. That joke is right up my alley. All right, Shivalina with a face-off. And it's going to come across. Marshall got a stick on it briefly. However, York got it back. They're going to flick it long. It'll be stopped and covered carefully and gracefully by Jamie Manning. All right, Shivalina took the face-off. Noah comes up with the puck after the drop. Finds a long pass up to Tim Butler, bounces off the stick, and as the defenseman tried to get oriented, Tim got it back, took it all the way back. It's behind the net. York will pass it out. Mason rocking it back towards the net from almost the center line. Number 76, White, gets it out and through the neutral zone, but gets out in front of him. Mason will find a pass to Tim. And unfortunately, Tim kept the puck, but got disoriented, I think. Wyman, number 6, gets in, tangled up with Noah. Loose puck, sent around the boards by Mason. Bounces over Tim, or off of Tim's stick, up into the air, and almost momentum carries it through the neutral zone. Tim coming back out, draws the offsides call. Stop the clock, 12 minutes, 51 seconds. Left in the third. We're still tied 3-3. Greenland with the face-off. Spencer, oh, sorry, that's Paul Allison picks it up from there. They're scuffling on the boards. Joey's trying to fish it out. Puck squirts out. Landon, I thought was going to get there, gets shouldered aside by the defense. 55 Woodard. Offsides call on the Devils. Greenland took the face off. Loose puck picked up by Landon. He gets tripped. 55 brings it in. Intercepted by Landon. Finds the pass over to Dylan. Dylan up to Paul. Paul flicks it behind the goalie's net. Joey races to get there and take it away. Can't do anything, but Dylan will stop it as they try to knock it out. Paul, fighting along the boards. Battling, I think is the term we use. Spencer stops it in the center ice. Hand off to Dylan. Dylan tries to get it up to Joey. Intercepted by 87. Shot well wide of the net. It'll ricochet around. Paul taps it, and Landon will pick it up as he skates through the neutral zone. Nice moves, Landon. Oh, nice! Dylan! Oh, beautiful opportunity. Landon got it in, shot for the back door. I think saved by the goalie. I couldn't even see where the puck went. It's almost perfect setup. That goalie was just a little bit too quick. 22 up to somebody. They're going to send it deep. Spencer hits the brakes, turns it around. Then does a little behind the back shot. Tries to get it up to Grayson. It's going to go long. And they call that one. No icing call. Grayson picks it back up. That's a Jack Klein. Fires. Goalie saves it. Loose puck there. Scivolino swoops across. Colin this time takes a shot. Pad save. Knocked into the corner. Grayson fighting to get there. Jack Klein hovering nearby. Devils come up with it. They'll pass it out and skate it out to the neutral zone. Scivolino keeps the kid boxed up. Loose puck behind the net. Jimmy will take it, turns it around, hand it back to Tim. Oh, I think that's Tim. No, it must be Jack Klein. I can see the shot, and it's in Jamie's glove. He's going to hold on to it. Like a bad metaphor. 10 minutes, 23 seconds left in the third period. We're tied 3-3. Possession takes face off. Puck rockets all the way across. I think that's 6 around, out to 81 here at the point. Back to 25, cross. Colin keeps some pressure on. Jimmy's looking the wrong direction. Noah's gonna, I'm sorry, that's not Noah, that's Will Schneider. Gets it up to Seawick. Off the boards, he's gonna race for it. And they're gonna call that one icing, which I thought I had to cross both red lines. I don't think Shane hit it until after he was past the red line. Possession took the face off, got it back to Will. Will, I'm sorry, is that Will or Noah? That's Noah, off the boards, up to Will. Possession's got it back. Finds Shane all the way up, waiting at the blue line. Unfortunately, one of the defenders was there also. This time, Noah will get it away. Flicks it wide, and there's a wild scuffle there. I was watching the puck. You hear people shouting about whatever happened after Noah swiped the puck. Suddenly, things are looking chippy. There must have been some kind of fisticuffs there. I took my eye off. White back and forth. Seawick tries to knock it aside. It's going to come up. Noah stops it with the skate. We'll go all the way down and be icing against the York Devils. Got 9 minutes and 10 seconds left, and we are tied 3-3 still. Scivolino lines up for the faceoff. Oh, nice little, I thought it was going to go out, and Noah, I'm sorry, that was a Mason, backhanded it, kept it in. It's a nice move. Tim tries to flick it up over people's heads and got rejected. They're going to bring it out to neutralize. Noah will race for it, as does Scivolino. Scivolino tied to the player. Noah got the puck. That was a nice collaboration there. This time Marshall, losing edge, goes down, is trying to sacrifice himself. Shot wide of the net. Noah picks it up. Zach picks up the stick. Noah sends it long. It's going to run out of steam before it gets to the red line, giving Tim a chance to try to get it from away. Greenland stops the pass right at the center of the rink. Takes a loose shot, easy save. Tim picking up the rebound, trying to keep it going. Hands it along the boards. Flicks up. Tim's not looking. Come on, Tim. Dylan, doing his job, knocks it away. Puck's gonna come back around. And Spencer engages the kid. Dylan took the puck, skates it through around into the neutral zone. Tries to bring it through. Number 9 brings it all the way to the corner just in time to get clobbered by Spencer. 81 shoots, hit a bunch of players, stop, and he's whacked out by Landon, I think. Paul tries to get it back. 81 and teammate passing it in the backfield. Paul, and it's covered by Jamie. I wonder if there's going to be a call on that one. Jamie covered it. Spencer ended up hopping over this kid who was losing his edge and going down. And as he tried valiantly to stop that shot. There is a whistle is only for the stoppage play there, no penalties. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the third. We are still tied 3-3, and we're putting fresh legs out there. Scivolino will take the face off. He gets it out to Jimmy. Jimmy will send it around the other side. Jack Klein, some kid from the other team, got spun out. Jimmy's going to race to get there. 76. Scivolino around the boards, up to Jack Klein. Gets it out into the neutral zone. Jack skating around Grayson, tries to take over. Knocked away by White. They get it to try to center it, and Jack got it back to Grayson, who flicked it into some kid's face mask. He seemed mad about it. Not intentional. Colin picking it up. Come on, Colin, don't flub this. All right, good. Around the boards to Jimmy. Jimmy tries to get it to Jack. Jack is a little out of his reach, but he's going to battle and get it back. Nice. Off the boards, up to Grayson. Grayson's no way he can get there in time. That's going to be icing on Ashburn. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left. In the third period, we are still tied. I think I'm out of jokes. All right, Possessed with face-off. Little shot. Oh my gosh! Zach was still contending, and one of them fished the puck out and whacked it past Jamie, putting a fourth point on the board. We will be down 3-4 with 6 minutes and 19 seconds left. Time to get fired up. You can get this one back. You are only 1 point away. And you got 6 minutes plus to do it in. Possesny will take the face-off. Puck kicked by the center there into the zone. Colin around up gets it to, unfortunately, past Will, but it's going to come out to neutralize. Hard off the boards. A little high stick there, but picked up by Colin, so no factor. He tries to get it up to Zach. Zach kind of chipped it as it went by. Colin stops at the line, keeps it going. Will Schneider, come on, try mightily to get the shot off. Too many defenders keeping his stick locked up. White will pass it out to 87 Wood. Jimmy gets the stick in there. Shane tries to get it away. All right, Jimmy hits the gas, gets it up to the center line. They're going to turn it around. Noah keeps them from getting possession. Off the boards, up to himself, then up to Will. Will takes it into the zone. Defense will knock it away from him. He races to get it back. Well, his teammates, I think they were showing some personnel changes. We got a mixed offensive line. Suick fires it from the blue line. It's going to bounce off. Schneider tries to get there. Picked up by the defense. He's going to chase that guy. Behind the net. They're looking for a pass. Joey's coming in to get the pressure on. They're going to pass it back and forth. Keep Joey busy. Well, he's keeping them busy. All the way down, Mason will race to get there in front of Hall. Hall loses an edge, giving Mason enough space to back it around to Noah. Noah holds his feet as some player knocks down. He gets it up past Landon. It's going to go all the way down. And then we'll call icing on it. We're down 3-4. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the third period. Greenland takes the face off, hands it back to Noah. Noah off the boards, up back to, I think intended for Joey. They're going to dump it in from the center line, and there's a little bit of a late whistle there. Jamie covered it. I think was actually intending to pass it off. And we're coming all the way down. Why are we coming all the way down? What was that about? Simon Joey stops to the line, flicks it back at the goalie, but hits 58, I think. Landon fights to get it away. They're going to pass behind the net. Out center. Joey turns it around, flicks it back along the boards. Landon comes up with it, gets tripped. Loose puck comes out into the neutral zone. Noah will pause the beat there, taps it back in, hits too many of the defensemen. And Noah's going to have to go chase it. It's going to go all the way down. He'll pick it up right as it crosses the red line. Finds a long pass up to Paul. Paul, nice moves. Gets around the defenseman actually probably an offensive player. They'll flick it out again. Noah will have to chase it. This time it gets there sooner. Cross to Mason, still in the neutral zone. Mason's going to drive it in. Joey's heading to the bench. Shot. Hits the glass behind the goalie. Landon out. Scivolino, fresh off the bench, scuffling at the line. Puck comes out. Noah finds the pass to Mason. Mason's going to skate it through. Gets it up to the red line and dumps it. He's going to head to the bench. As we finish the line change here. White tries to pass it out. Scivolino's back there keeping the pressure on. Here's Grayson, fresh from the bench. Spencer flicks it back in up high. It's going to land at the spot. Scivolino fires wide of the net. Stopped by Tim before he can get to the blue line. He gets around the boards back to Grayson. Spencer stops it again, turned around right at the blue line by Scivolino. Tim tried to get a shot off, could not. They're going to flick it long, and Dylan's going to get there. He tries to send it off the boards, but just didn't have as much juice. 76 winds up and is deflected by Scivolino's stick. Puck goes into the corner. Dylan fights for it there. 55 sends it under pressure, well wide of the net. They get it around. 12 from the blue line, back behind the net. This time Spencer's going to get it, and he's going to skate a little bit before he finds a pass. He gets it all the way up to the blue line before it gets knocked away. Has to come back for it. Tim and Scivolino, it's like they're tripping over each other. Scivolino gets it across, and it gets rejected though, and they're going to ice it. Stop the clock with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. We got 1 point to make up. It is close. You ever wonder why aliens have never visited our solar system? I think it's because they read the reviews and thought it only has 1 star. Kozeski with the face-off. Seawick tried to do something, it's got it behind the net, fighting mightily. They're going to send it around. Paul races to get there. Can't get there before crossing the line. He's out in neutral ice. Finds the pass to Will. Will. Cross. Intended for Zach. It got swept away and thwacked long. Spencer pick it up. Backhands it around. Back to hand it again, this time by the white team. 55 White tangling with Spencer. Spencer goes to his knees. Well, Zach, it's a little 2-on-2 scuffle there. Loose puck comes out. It's going to come all the way out into neutral ice. And he turned around by White. They obviously have to come off. Paul hard around the boards. Up. Spencer gets it to the line. 87. Flicks it in. Glove down and then shot. Easy save, I think. Fighting in the crease here. I don't know. Go back and watch the replay on that one. Who threw the first punch? We got 1:05 left to go. We're still 3-4. Possessi takes face off, gets it up to Landon. Landon skates it across the line, tries to pass it, whiffs it. Will comes in to help. It's along the boards here. Everybody's showing a lot of energy. Seawick behind the net. 2-on-1 scramble. Schneider comes in to help. Almost jumping into the fray. Joey Greenland comes in. It's going to come out. Possesny finds a pass to Paul. Paul shoots it behind the net. Scuffle. Goalie's well out of position. They're thwacking it. Zach into, and it's in! I think Seawick. I think it was Seawick. Assist by Possesny. And we'll tie it up with 26 seconds left to go. I'm not positive that was Shane. It was such a cluster of players in front of the net that I'm not positive who tipped it in. But I'm largely going off of who was celebrating the hardest. Possessi takes a face-off. Loose puck picked up by Paul. Hand off to Joey. He's getting into the zone. He tries to get it in front of the paint. Possessi was almost there. Couldn't get the shot off. They're going to flick it out. 22. Sends it long. Mason will pick it up and turns it around. Gets rejected and bounces out of play. Back into the timing booth. Stopping the clock with 9 seconds left. Anybody know what the tournament rules are? Do we end in a tie or do we? I think we end in a tie probably. Possesny takes the face off. Paul gets it across the line. Cannot get the shot off. Defense knocks it away. They're going to flick it up way high. It's coming down bouncing. Spencer sends it through the neutral zone, finds Paul, and time runs out. That is it. We will finish regulation play in a 4-4 tie. Anybody know what happens next? I think that's it. Fans are shuffling out. I think we just finished this one in a tie, which is what I thought happened. Much better result than the yesterday morning's game. Nice playing by everyone. Showed a lot more energy than yesterday's game. I think that's the end of it. At least the Ashburn fans all filed out. And it looks like the players are leaving the ice, so I think that confirms what I thought, which is that we finished this one in a tie. All right, we will have another game this afternoon, I believe, at 4:50 as the schedule shows, against the Westmoreland Eagles. So don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell if you'd like to get notified when the stream goes live. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. That's the end of this video, and we will see you this afternoon.